Origins of reflexology. It's a non-diagnostic, complementary, hands-on healing therapy. It's non-intrusive in nature. It does not, like acupuncture, it has no needles. It's just the peripheral work on the hands and feet, and the person, the recipient, can be fully clothed while taking sessions. Initially it was named as zone therapy, and the first person who named it was Dr. William Fitzgerald. He was an American ENT. During his practice days, he realized that pressure on some part of the body could actually draw a reflex or ease up pain in some other part of the body. So he started working on these, and then initially he named it as the zone therapy, having 10 zones. Modern reflexology was named as reflexology by Dr. William Fitzgerald's assistant. She was a physiotherapist named Onis Ingham, and understanding the zone therapy concept initiated by Dr. William Fitzgerald, she started mapping out the initial corresponding points of the body located in the hands and feet, and since she noticed that these points, if stimulated, could draw a reflex, she named it the reflexology, which is in modern day being practiced worldwide using the energy pathways called meridians. Each of the reflexology sessions last from anywhere 50 to 60 minutes. It could be the first or the booster sessions following the first one, depending upon the condition of the recipient and the extent of stimulation or the pressure that a recipient can bear, besides the conditions which we are working upon. When we initiate a session, we need to ask the recipient whether if they have any conditions which could be contraindicative to the session. Secondly, we need to ask them whether they are comfortable lying down on a supine position or on a reclining chair. And the third thing which we must ask is that they are comfortable in our touch, like we need to touch the hands or feet to take a session, and the recipient can be fully clothed. So the comfort level of the recipient, the aspect of any contraindications, and the comfort of the chair or the bed on which the recipient is taking the session needs to be confirmed before we initiate. Each part of the foot corresponds to different parts of the body organs of the meridians. So we need to explain the placement of points to the recipient a little bit so as to evoke their interest and make it a simple and comfortable session, besides the therapeutic aspects attached to it. So when we work on the feet or the hands, there are techniques of putting in stimulation or pressure on the feet or hands. These techniques can differ with the texture of the foot also. Normally we use the thumb walking technique, or the sliding technique, or the rotatory motion, or the kneading technique, or sometimes some unique techniques to imply pressure using the thumbs and the fingers of the hands. When we start a session, we need to make the recipient comfortable, and when we start working on the feet, the first thing is laboring of the feet a little bit to make the person, the recipient, a little relaxed. The right foot would represent the right side and the left will represent the left side. The texture of the foot, the skin, reflects a little bit of the prevailing conditions within the energy pathway. So we need to look and examine the foot or the feet and the hands closely so that we can understand the kind of energy flow or the imbalances which might be prevailing in the system.